Hopefully the sound of my recordings are becoming better because the sound and my mics are making me insane. Anyways, let's use some paper with texture, nice and fancy. We're gonna draw a whale, I think. I forgot. No, just kidding. Let's grab this fancy 2H pen with this fancy eraser, and now let's erase this whale that we worked so hard on drawing. We are following right now the second drawing in the tutorial of Let's Create Something, and he's drawing a whale. He puts always white as a base. He explains it like he's gonna blend better once he puts the colors on top of this white, so that's why he often uses white. This technique is also called tint. Now we grab this deep blue and we put blue in random areas, really. Not all over the whale, of course. With light pressure. If you can see that my recording is becoming worse and worse, don't worry about it. This day when I was drawing this whale, actually I had Rona. And don't worry guys, I have 4 shots of vaccine, so it felt really much like a very, very bad cold. Anyways, let's grab this light blue and put it in the areas that are not filled with blue. Then I felt in the mood of grabbing this purplish blue and putting it in random areas as well. And now we blend with the finger and look how smooth and fancy it looks. It actually took me a lot of pressure to mix this. With lighter blue we're gonna put it in the belly of the whale so it can have a little bit of texture and color in his belly. We don't want it to be pure white. And now we're just gonna layer on top of the whale random colors over and over again. Especially on the tip of the nose, I wanted it to be darker and more colorful. I remember that in the tutorial Let's Create Something gave a lot of liberty with the whale. So that is exactly what am I gonna do. I mostly used this pale blue to mix in a little bit the colors, but it didn't work so well, so I went back in with another intermediate blue color to mix it as well, and that worked very good. And as you can see, it's patches among patches, layering and just layering color. I wanted to make the back of the whale more lighter in color, so that's what I did. I added some white and some light blue, and voila, it is done. Now at some point I grabbed color and I scrape it off the crayons to put it in the eye of the whale to make it seem like it has an eye, because I failed drawing the eye. Okay, I failed. I went back with the white and light blue in the fins, and then I decided to scrape it off and put the color again in the eye of the whale to make more texture. Then I grabbed some skin color and I put it in the belly to make it seem nice. Now let's work on that balloon. It's really simple. It's just a bunch of shades of oranges, reds, yellows. After I put all the color, we blend it all together by pressing really hard this chrome yellow. Blend, I say. And done. We has a whale. Clap everybody. We did it. At this point I got too tired to record in the desk, so let's go to the bed. Why not? Let's draw in the bed the background. In the video there is no background, so I put it on my own, and these are the colors that I use for it. The way I did it is a lot of light pressure blend and then mixing it all together with my finger. My fingers ended up dying, but here's me trying to explain and show to you guys how I did it. There is better light. Here we go. I don't know why I did so much shots of the crayons over and over again showing you we get it. These are the colors that I use. We get it. Now let's go for those colors. It's mostly purple, pinks, light blue and a little bit of blue. And this is how I did it, just light pressure blend between some colors. Some areas have one color in particular. Some areas have very deep blue, some areas were darker, some lighter. And the pressure that you have to put with your fingers, especially with Pentel pastels, is a lot. So my fingers literally fell off after I finished this. But it was all worth it because look at it how it looks. Amazing. Now for the next part of the video, my body came back to my soul and I decided to keep recording on the desk. And this is a very fun thing that I like to do. When you use pastels, you can't really make a lot of detail unless you have a mixing stump. So I grab my mixing stump and I start mixing colors on the edges so the edges can be pristine. And in this part of the tutorial, I don't know what else to tell you from this point on. Is me going over and over again with the mixing stump. So I'm just gonna be talking about how this drawing was really special for me because it really kept me going while I was sick and while I had nothing to do. I was so excited to record this and to draw it. And I didn't expect for the background to be this gorgeous, honestly. Honest. I just had the idea out of nowhere. You know, your heart will tell you many times what to do with a drawing. And a lot of times it's gonna come out horribly wrong. But sometimes, in special times, and with this special drawing, it came out good. So, plenty thank you. Let's create something. Because honestly, you made me go and enjoy something that I didn't thought I would enjoy so much, even more when I'm sick. Okay, now let's back to focusing. Let me show you how I clean up my mixing stumps. It's actually very fun. You just grab this cutter and just cut out like you will do with a normal pen. Sadly, I recorded all this unfocused and I did it slowly but surely, came out of the shot. Look at me go. Nice shot there, eh? This is professional recording. I'm so proud of it. Now let's talk about technique. Very nice tint and shade today. So let's put the normal blue in one side and let's make tint. Tint is when you put a darker color and then on top of it a light color, and shade is the opposite, when you put a light color and then a heavy color on top. Now, light pressure blend is blending with not much pressure on your crayon. It's really simple concept, and here I put heavy pressure blend in the other side as comparison. Light pressure blend is excellent for mixing with your finger. I saw and I used a lot of hatching, cross hatching, and scribbling to make this whale. Layering I use for the nose of the whale. After I mix with the finger, you saw that I start layering colors on the nose of the whale, a little bit on the tail, and pretty much everywhere because I wanted the whale to stand out from the drawing. This is me showing how light pressure blend is the best one to use with a finger. So now this is a simple demonstration. And the paper is all the time dancing, it's making me go insane. This is also that I use for the background. And I'm gonna show you right now why this kind of technique is the best for the background. because once you finish this background, it is very easy to make another drawing on top of it, and the drawing that you put in, it stands out a lot. Whereas if you do with heavy pressure blending, there's a lot of color in it, so when you try to draw something on top of it, look, it can barely show. So that's the difference. These are all the techniques that we used today. Which one you tried, which one you didn't? Comment down below. Who am I fooling? I'm alone in this. This is me pointing stuff. I don't know what the hell I was trying to explain in here. Maybe I'm pointing which techniques I used in this drawing, but I already just said it like literally 15 seconds ago. I'm sorry for the low quality mic once more. Anyways, I rate this video a cat out of a pudding. I enjoyed it very much. Is that a penguin?